Have you ever wanted to be Nolan North, world-renowned voice actor and god of our universe? Well, you can't. The closest humanity will ever get to his greatness is through the Nolan North series of games. Everyone likes to praise these games as being just as good as movies, but if you played this shit in a theater, audiences would be bored to death. Camera angles are fixed to accommodate gameplay, character models are outdated by today's standards, and any deaths the player take taint that movie magic. However, by sacrificing the cinematic elements of the film medium, Nolan North works better as a video game. The gameplay can best be described as putting the player in the shoes of an actor. These games are at their peak when you're blazing through it like a perfectly executed take. But to reach that high, you'll have to fumble through some awkward and outdated gameplay. Climbing in this game is slow and boring, unless the player goes out of their way to stop and enjoy the view. The art style makes it unclear what exactly is climbable in this game, and downtime is bloated just figuring out where to jump. Combat is bogged down due to weak offensive options. Stealth is a fucking joke. Melee takes too long, which leaves you open to taking damage. And playing aggressively in general is riskier than just camping behind a wall and occasionally moving when a grenade is thrown or when reinforcements blindside you. However, given the proper context, the game can create suspense. Exploring an abandoned Nazi bunker, running across a collapsing bridge, blowing up Ford Explorers during a high-speed jungle chase. There are tons of thrilling action set pieces in this game that will have you at the edge of your seat. Except for the fucking jet ski. Most games will design vehicle sections around going fast, the trade-off being that they suck ass whenever you try to drive them slowly. So, plucking a boat from F-Zero into a tight river littered with explosive moving barrels and enemies that snipe you from across the map makes for a very frustrating gameplay experience. Outside of that minor misstep, these bursts of action give the player that euphoric sensation of starring in a blockbuster action movie. Sadly, the story of this movie is kind of mid. It's your standard Indiana Jones style adventure. The villains are generic plot devices that you completely forget about as soon as you beat the game, and the only entertaining characters are Elena, Sully, and Nolan North himself. Watching this trio interact with one another is genuinely entertaining, and Kara's was otherwise a solid yet flawed experience.
Alright, you boys aren't gonna get all chummy and leave the girl behind again, are you?
Don't even think about it, Sully. She's got a mean right hook.
I'll keep that in mind.
Like most initial entries, Nolan North Simulator is the weakest installment in the franchise. It's like the New Testament. You're religiously obligated to read it, but there are other scriptures that are far more interesting. Holy shit, does that say Among Us?